Welcome to Cheeseburgers of the World. This is a show where we travel the globe, tasting burgers and eating burgers around the world. But now we're stuck in America, going region to region to region to eat some of the American classics. And today, we're doing the Utah Pastrami Burger, a burger that has a very, very interesting history, a father and a son who created this Utah classic. So let's get into it ASAP. So I got some good ground beef here. Now, when you're making burgers, a lot of people talk about the actual grain of the beef. So this beef is about 20 to 80. You can go 25, 22, 30. Some people even go 35 fat ratio. But 20 is good enough. You get enough fat that renders while you're cooking. It's absolutely delicious. So let's talk about the Utah burger. It is an American classic, especially in Utah, where immigrants, Jewish immigrants that moved to LA area, California, Pasadena, California to be exact, started their own delis. And James Katsanafis, him and his son actually lived there, and he moved to Utah. So when he moved to Utah, he brought the pastrami to Utah. They had burgers. Obviously, they had burgers. Everyone's got their own burger. But his son's the one who actually created this burger, this amazing gem, at a place called Crown Burgers. If you guys live in Utah, you know what I'm talking about. It's very popular there. They have locations in Arizona, Southern California, and all over the place in the Midwest. So you want to get these burgers on pretty soon. You want to cook them all the way through, salt the bottom, get it right and nice and salty. Take your pastrami, which is kind of got some rendered fat in there. You want to render the fat more. So you want to take your pastrami and dice it. You also can slice your pastrami. A sliced pastrami is good as well as a diced one. So we're gonna dice this one. Yeah, so James, let's talk about this James guy and like his culinary creation. So he was an immigrant from Greece who traveled, worked in the deli, a Jewish deli in California, and eventually moved to Salt Lake City. Pretty cool. A lot of food stories have these crazy histories about families being involved, immigration, that they come and bring this amazing food concept around the world. And this burger has a recent history. Some of the other burgers that we traveled and we tasted, you know, a little bit older. This one is the 1970s, and it's really cool to have a burger kind of like new to the scene, getting its recognition now. I like pastrami, I like delis. They're incredible. So what you want to do is get this diced pastrami, and you want to saute it as well on the flat top with some garlic. So I'm gonna set that aside. Get these burgers nice and crisp on the end. While that's going, I'm gonna bring my buns over here. Let that go and get nice. So with these burger buns on the grill at the same time, you can get some of the excess steam that make the buns really, really soft. Slice my pickles. A burger needs a pickle or not? What do you think? I personally think burgers needs pickles. Obviously some burgers, some regions don't do pickles, but pickles are just so freaking incredible. This burger, because of some of the fats that it have, the pickle's perfect because it cuts right through it. Nice and crunchy as well. So I'll put these to the side. Tomato as well. Garden fresh, it's juicy. It makes a great topping for a burger. But when you make burgers, you wanna kind of be selective of the toppings because if you have a high fat content, not necessarily need all different toppings like a tomato because it's got a lot of juice and stuff to it. Get these nice and toasted, a little bit longer. I'll salt the tops as well. And so I'm gonna do something pretty interesting here when I flip these bad boys. So see that color right there? It's not as dark as a smash patty because it's got a low heat here. I wanted to cook this nice and slow, but I'm gonna add some horseradish to the top of it. This lends for a very interesting flavor component on the burger itself. Pastrami here on the side, pastrami right there. You just want to render that a little bit. It doesn't have to be cooked too much. Got my buns. When you make a bigger patty, I think you definitely need a brioche bun, for sure. Now you can see this horseradish is looking really, really nice in there. I'll get this pastrami going. Put the pastrami on top of the burger. A nice sizzle there. Yeah, so your nice sizzle right here, the pastrami on top of the burgers here, and we're gonna add Swiss. It's interesting because a lot of people will look at this and be like, oh, it's like a Reuben. Exactly. It's just like a Reuben, but in a burger form. Me, you know, I love burgers. The burger guy over here. This is like best of both worlds. You gotta be kidding me. Pastrami, Swiss cheese, horseradish, and beef, and a good old brioche bun. So that's one of the classics of Utah that you are gonna grow to love. You gotta check this and try this at home. I guarantee you'll love it. Absolutely a stunning burger. I'm gonna put mayonnaise on mine. You can put any condiment you want to. I like mayonnaise. If you have some Russian dressing, I'm sure you can do that too. Russian dressing on a pastrami burger would be delicious. So my cheese is about melted. Oh yeah, look at that. So the reason I cooked this really low and not so high heat is because the pastrami is already cooked. You don't want to kind of overcook that. You just want to heat it up. So there you go. Look at that. Look at that. All this pastrami. All this beef, horseradish. Okay, cool. I'm also going to put some mustard on it because you just got to. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'll get a bite out of this one. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Absolutely. Dripping. Drip, drip, dripping. Okay. There you have it. The Utah classic, the pastrami burger. Brought to you from California to Utah. This is Cheeseburgers of the World. Check me out next time while I create another American classic.